Hi, good evening, all of you guys. Hope all of you can hear me. Yeah, guys, can you please confirm it, guys? Is I'm audible?
Yes, sir.
Right, guys. Right. So, guys, just before starting the session, can I just want to know, like, how many guys has been joined for the today's class? If today is your first class, anyone, guys? Just I want to know, like, how many has been joined for the yesterday and today has been joined. I think Abhinav. I think yesterday you joined, right, Abhinav?
Yes, sir.
Can you? Yeah. Okay.
Sir,
Akhil?
it's my first class.
Okay, Rohit is the first
Yes, sir.
class. Yeah, guys, anyone who has been joined for the today's class. I think Ashru, you have been joined for the today's class. Manoj, I think Prashanti, I think you joined yesterday, right? Rohit.
Yes, sir. I've been from the start.
Okay, it's from starting. Okay, fine. Okay, guys, some guys has been joined. It's a today's class. Okay, nothing has been got happened much. Yesterday I have just taken in. Just give me a second, guys. Just give me a second. I'll be back. Yep, right, guys. Okay, no worries. Even today is your first class. There is nothing to worry because nothing has been happened much. Yesterday, I have just started with some, just like a small introduction part, like what exactly data science is going to be, what we are going to be learning as part of the data science class. So just if I show you the concepts once, just give me a second. Yesterday we have been, just give me a second. Right. So this is the yesterday's discussion actually, guys. So like we have been seeing like what is exactly data science is going to be. So in data science, we are going to learn various skill sets. Like we are going to be learning a different types of techniques. You are going to learn a different types of methodologies. Okay. And we are going to be using a different type of systems. Then why we are going to be learning all these things actually? So what a company is expecting, so whatever company you are expecting from you as a data scientist or a machine learning expert, what exactly they are going to be expecting actually, guys? So they're expecting something like what we can say that is there is some data, their business data was there. So there is going to be some kind of a business data, so which is going to be contain some kind of an hidden patterns. So understand some patterns in the data, actually identify the patterns in the data, and these particular patterns in the data can be utilized basically for some kind of an predictions, some kind of a recommendation systems, etc. We can talk about that. Mainly we are going to be doing some kind of an development of some kind of an a predictive systems. We are going to be developing it actually, or I can say that it is going to be some kind of a recommendation system is going to be what I'm talking about that. So just we have been got discussed like what exactly the examples, like in e-commerce sites will get a recommendation. So whenever a customer buys this particular product, he is also going to be likely to buy this particular product, a kind of a recommendation system. Okay, some kind of a prediction systems, like before giving a loan, so there is going to be some kind of an prediction saying that this customer is likely to become a defaulter, so don't give a loan to this particular customer. That is what we call it as, it's not a recommendation system, it is going to be what we can say that a kind of an prediction system, to whom I have to give the loans, to whom I should not give the loans. Okay, so to whom I have to give the insurance policies, to whom I should not give the insurance policies. Some kind of a recommendation systems, some kind of an prediction systems is what exactly we are trying to develop with the help of the skills what we learn in our data science. So data science is not just like a software, or it is not just like a language to learn to to implement it actually, guys. Multiple skill sets. Like if the skill sets are going to be contains a lot of mathematical statistical techniques. There are some different types of the methodologies we are going to be using. Okay, a different types of processing techniques we are going to be learning, a different type of systems we are going to be using. All these are going to be finally to get some insights from the data is what exactly we are going to be learning as part of the data science course. That is what I have been got discussed in the last session I have been discussed, guys. Just hardly 1 hour. I've taken approximately 15 minutes of time, 50 minutes of time. I didn't taken much. Last 10 minutes, I have just taken some few questions I have been got taken. Like different people are having a different questions. So we have been got discussed about that. We've taken some questions. So as I said that today it is going to be some, I'm not within the first class itself or second class itself, we can't start with the practicals. So yesterday we have been studied, like we have tried to understand like why we are studying the data science. So whenever you get a job, whenever we get a job as a data scientist or whatever may be the role, one of the role of a data scientist or one of the role in a data science project. So what your company is expecting. So what kind of an the application or what kind of an output they're expecting actually. So simply says that can you develop some kind of a machine learning models, or can I develop some kind of an machine learning models or a deep learning models which can do some kind of a prediction. So this is my company, this is my problem. So how to solve this problem with the help of some kind of an whatever the techniques that we have been learned in our data science. So as I said that data science is going to contains a different type of skills are going to be gets required. So later we'll discuss about that, what type of skills that are going to be gets used. Later we'll discuss about that. But in the data science, the most and very important concept is the main important concept is machine learning. The main important concept is going to be the machine learning. So even if you talk about a deep learning is also part of your machine learning. So deep learning is also going to be, but immediately you can't study what is meaning of deep learning. In the first initial classes only, we can't study what is deep learning. I'll just show you just a small example, like how our deep learning models are going to be gets working. Just don't worry. It's not going to be, I'm not going to show any complicated work. Why I'm showing you because is, so yesterday, that means even in yesterday's class only, I have been done this kind of an applications. So just I'll show you like what exactly I'm trying to do in a deep learning model. What I'm trying to do in a deep learning model, don't worry, just I'll show you. I don't write any code. So it is going to be just showing the application only. So yesterday only we have been started doing that application actually. So let me check with, this is the one what I have been got done. Maybe this one or maybe the other one. I think it is not this one. Just give me a second. Just give me a second. Yep, this is an application only, guys. This is an application, right? So don't worry, what I'm trying to do is just observe carefully. So what exactly I'm trying to do, I can just show you an application. It's not like normally your programming languages, guys. Deep learning are a little bit hard. Deep learnings are going to be a little bit hard. So everybody thinks that, are you going to learn, are you going to teach deep learning, because that is going to be one of the buzzing word actually. So everybody talks about that, but it's not that much easy like what we are going to be learning here. So don't worry about that. So what I'm trying to do, just don't try to understand that. So I'm just trying to feed some data to the machines. Okay, what type of data I'm feeding, just you don't believe, that means what type of a data we are going to be feeding. Generally, whenever I said I'm feeding the data means maybe something you may think that it is going to be something like age, salary of the employees, or what is going to be the income, what is going to be the expenditure of the employees, or what is going to be whether the person is married or not. It's not that kind of a data actually, guys. We are feeding some images to the machines actually, guys. This is the image which I'm feeding to the machine. Got my point, guys? This is, I'm trying to develop in, which is going to be a deep learning model, which can identify whether the person in the image is a male or a female. Just imagine that I am having an image. How can I write a program which can identify or which can tell you Normally, we know that we have written a program. What type of programs we have written in C, C++? Given a number, we want to find out, find whether the particular number is a even or a odd. So find the number which is going to be even or a odd. There is a logic is there. There is a logic is going to be there. So the number should be divided by 2 and find out the remainder. If the remainder is equal to 0, it is an even, else it is going to be odd. But in this case, what we are trying to do is, guys, we are given not going to be giving any number. I am going to be giving some image. And I have to find out whether the person in the image, find the person, whether it is going to be male or a female. So you cannot imagine, you cannot write any program on this, guys. How can you write a program on an image? There is an image is there. How can I write a program on the image? So what I will do is, I am going to, first of all, what I will do is, I will feed a set of images. I will feed a set of images, not just one image or two images. Some thousands of images I will feed it to the machine, saying that these images are going to be males. These images are going to be females. I will feed the data to the machine. Nothing I do, guys. I'll just give the images and I will tell that whether that images in the picture, the whatever the gender in the images are going to be male or a female. Machine will study them actually. We don't know what it studies. Machine will study, that's it. Machine is going to study that, okay, this kind of a pixels, this kind of an images are going to be males, this kind of an images are going to be nothing but females. Once the machine studies, once if you give any new image, it will tell you whether the person is in the image is going to be male or a female actually. A very interesting examples actually, guys. We never thought about writing a program. You may have written a program to find whether a number is a even, odd, prime number or not, etc., etc. But how can you write a program to find out whether the person in the image is a male or a female? What you have here, you have an image with you. Only just an image. There is nothing data is there. So here, that is the main our expertise actually, guys. Our expertise is nothing but how to get the data from the images. You have to get some data from the images. Even don't expect that direct image is fed to the machine. From the data, from the image, we'll get the data. What is the data in the image? It is nothing but just contain some pixel data will be there. So how to extract that pixel data? All that pixels data, we are going to give it to the machine. So it understands if these pixels are there, this is going to be a male. If these pixels are there, these are going to be the female. It identifies a pattern inside that pixels. And it will come to a conclusion. Okay, if I have this kind of a pixels, it is male. If this kind of pixels, it is going to be female. Machine studies the data. Machine studies the data, guys. So it is going to be a kind of a real-time analytics. At that instant of time, it is not based on the logic what we have written. It is not based on the code what we have been written. So machines are saying that you need not to write a program for us. Earlier the machines are not that much intelligent. Now the machines are saying that we are very intelligent now. We are very intelligent now. You need not to write any program for that. Just to make an understanding the concept in a simplest way. For example, if I give two inputs, X and Y, and I want to get an output Z, X and Y are two inputs, guys. And if I Z, the output is going to be the output what I require. So my requirement is like this. If I give X and Y as a 10 and 20, the Z is an output need to be 30. If I give 20 and 50, the output should be 70. If I give which is going to be plus 10 and which is going to be minus 20, then output should be minus 10. Something I have given the data. Now, if I give this problem to a programmer, maybe a C programmer or C++ programmer or a Java programmer, to write a program to get the particular Z value, how this particular Z value is coming from this X and Y. So if I say that it is going to be something like 5 and a 6, if I ask you what is the output of this, first of all, we have to understand, I given a simple problem. If X is 10, Y is 20, Z is 30. If X is 20, Y is 50, the Z is going to be 70. If X is plus 10 and Y is minus 10, the result is going to be minus 10. Now, can you tell me what is 5 and 6 if it is? You know the answer for this. I think I need not to tell you. You understood this data. How you understood this data? It's very simple. it is going to be Z is equal to nothing but X plus Y. So I will write the logic. So the Z is coming by X plus Y. So you have to write the logic saying that it is coming like an X plus Y. So that is the result, we can get 11. But same application, if I give it to the machine, what about a machine learning is saying that the machines are nothing but your computers. The machines are saying that you don't write any program for me. You just tell me what is your input and you just tell me what is your output. You give me X, Y, and Z. Totally all the three you have to give in to me. Now what the machine says is, the machine will tell you that how this Z is coming from this X and Y. So the machine says that I'll understand the data. This is your input and this is an output. So how this output is coming from the input, I'll tell you. So it says that Z is equal to nothing but X plus Y. So I can just write it as f of X comma Y. Why? Because Z is nothing but a function of X and Y. So what is that f of X comma Y? It is nothing but X plus Y. The machine will tell you how that Z is changing with respect to the X and Y. Now, once if the machine says that Z equal to X plus Y, now you can do that. Previously, I have to write the logic. Previously, the programmer has to understand how that Z is derived, and based on that, they will write the program. But here it is not like that. You feed the data to the machine automatically understands that particular data, and it is going to tells you how that output is coming from that particular input. So same here also, I'm going to tell you the same thing. I have some images. I will feed the images to the machines. Here images are nothing but the input. And what is the output you are expecting? The gender, whether it is a male or whether it is a female. Once if you give it to the male and females, if I give it, the machines will automatically studies the data. It will identify how the output is coming, or how these particular males and females are coming from that input images. The machines will identify them actually. But here I don't give 2 images, 3 images. I have to give some thousands of images. In my example, I am almost all using 24,000 images for our learning procedure. Machine has been fed with somewhere around 24,000 images. I'm going to be doing it actually. It is not just 2-3 images actually, guys. 24,000 images I have it actually. Approximately 23,705 images we have it, exactly speaking. And one more thing, it's not like your normal programming language, run the program, give the input, get the output. It's not like that. There is something difference is going to be there actually. So don't worry, I'm just showing you some random images. I'm going to be showing you here. Just I'm running, see, some kind of a random images are going to be gets coming there. Why we have got the output? Okay, just give me a second. Yeah, just give me a second. Actually, I have been executed some code. So the code was missing here now. This code was not executed. That may be the reason actually. Then let me check it. Okay, no worries. I can rectify the code by verifying that particular code. I can verify it actually. Let me execute it. Still it is, just give me a second. Okay. Just give me a second. I will load the data one more time. Don't worry. Just what I'm doing this, don't worry about that. Just mainly I'll run the steps, whatever running, because I have to just run the code. It's all about Python. Python is a very simple simple code to execute it actually. It's not going to be taking any complications to understand that. So just don't worry. I just want to show you like what skills I'm just going to be doing. All that particular skills only I'm going to be trying to understand it. Okay. Now let me execute this. Now you can see the data. Now you can see that it is going to be some random images. We can see that I have 23,000 images are there actually. Here I'm plotting only some random images. Every time I run, it is going to be a different random images. See, very interesting. It's not like normally we work with normal like a programming languages. Not like that we are going to be gets working here now. Just execute it. So don't worry, I'm just running some small script here. What I want to show you here is normally in any training, like whether you learn C, C++, Java, .NET, once if you run the program, immediately within a few seconds output will come. There's hardly maybe 2 seconds, 3 seconds, hardly. But here it is not like that. Sometimes it will take some minutes of time. Sometimes it is going to take some kind of a minutes of time it is going to take it. Don't worry about that. All these things, these are going to be not a practical applications. It is going to be just an application which I want to show you the things actually. So if you can see the images, the same images, I'm repeating it actually. Don't worry what I'm trying to do that. Just no need to worry about those particular applications. All right. So don't worry about that. So what exactly I'm going to be doing, you can have a look into that. So see, I'm just running some deep learning model. Just observe carefully. I'm running a deep learning model. What we can observe here is it is going to take some time. You can see that it is going to be, just a second. Just a second. Somewhere some step was missing. That is the reason actually. Don't worry, just give me a second. Got it. Just okay, no worries. So because all these things will make you confused with that. So just give me a second. I'll run the code. Right. Now the data was ready. Now I can run the code. See, just what I mean to show you here is, okay guys, there is going to be some error is going on actually. This is correct only. This is also going to be the correct. Right, this time it is ready guys. It will run guys. But if observe carefully, if you can see, this is going to take almost all 2 minutes of time. It will take it actually guys. It will take more than 2 minutes. It is going to be almost all 200 seconds of time, which is going to be somewhere around 3 minutes of time. It is going to take it actually. The 3 minutes is going to be very less actually guys. That too I have been executed only just like a 20 epochs. I'm running it actually. If I run 200 epochs, 200 into 10 seconds, that much time it is going to take it actually. I'm giving some training to the machine is learning actually guys. Machine is learning actually guys. Internally the machine is learning to identify whether the person in the image is going to be a male or a female actually. So what I mean to say here is, it is not going to be like a skill like writing a program and just getting the output. There are so many different techniques will be there. Using that particular techniques, we are going to be working with that actually. Okay. So coding is going to be very less coding actually, guys. You need not to write any logics and all these things. So don't look at the code and don't worry about that. All these are going to be just to make you understand that what exactly we are going to be doing this. Not only that actually guys, even not only we're identifying the what is the gender of the person, what is the emotion in that of the particular person, whether he was happy, whether he was sad, or whether he is going to be which is going to be fear or angry, okay, or disgust. So we can even identify what is going to be this. So the machines has been became a very intelligent actually guys. The machines has been became very intelligent due to the artificial intelligence. Just like how the humans are having the intelligence, the humans will have a natural intelligence. Same as it is, machines has got some kind of an artificial intelligence. They have been got it actually. With the help of the artificial intelligence, they're able to learn, they're able to understand the data by themselves. So once you feed the data, automatically the machines will start learning. So this is my data. Okay, I have been learned. So you tell me this is a face of a female, this is a face of a male. Automatically, I will automatically study the data. Now you give me any new image, I'm going to do it actually. So it is going to be learning. It is going to be learning from that particular data. That is what this particular machine learning is going to be talks about. So deep learning is also a part of a machine learning only. So generally most of the people thinks in a different way. There are going to be some kind of a neural networks and all these things. We are going to do that. So quickly guys, just a 15 minutes I'll take it just to understand some technical aspects in the machine learning. So simple to make you understand, data was given to the machine. Machine is going to studies the data. It is going to get you some kind of an insights. Based on that insights, we are going to be doing the prediction. That's it guys. This is the life cycle of a, which is going to be a machine learning, what we can say that a development of a machine learning models. Once again, I'm saying this is going to be the life cycle, end-to-end process. Feed the data to the machine. Machine automatically studies the data. It will give you the insights from the data. Based on the insights, you can do the prediction. Just now I told you, no, give some images. Give some images. Anything, not only images, you can give anything, guys. Give the images to the machine. Machine immediately find out the insights. Based on that, easily we can predict whether a person in the image is going to be male or a female. You may get a doubt. You may get a doubt. What is the purpose? What is the purpose to identify whether the person in the image is going to be male or a female? Whether the person in the image is going to be male or a female. Let us talk about an example of an, which is going to be, we know that it is going to be the voter cards actually. The voter ID cards will be there, right? So in the voter ID cards, so we'll have a name and we'll have a gender of the person actually. So earlier, that means some years before, what they used to do is they used to enter the gender manually. Whether it is male or a female, they used to enter the gender manually. So you have heard the news some years before, if I talk about that. So there is going to be a lot of which is going to be some kind of an error. So in the place of a gender male, you used to get a female. In the place of a female, it is going to be gets a male. It's an human errors. It is going to be some kind of an human errors actually, guys. Now, this work has been became a more and more accurate. So don't think that it is only business point of view. See how much time it has been got saved actually. So same as it is, whenever a new person has been applied for a voter card. So there is going to be not just 100 voters cards or 200 voter cards. In India, we are having, as of now, the population is going to be 142 crores. It is going to be the population actually. Imagine how many people are going to be having the voter cards. So entering that particular, so it is a kind of an process to make it easy actually. So once if you upload the image, automatically it will identify what is the gender of the person. Immediately the model will identify the gender of the person. So just like a cross verification, just you have to do the cross check. Sometimes even machines also going to do some mistakes. Maybe whenever human is doing, maybe the errors are going to be 20% errors are coming. Whenever machine does, it is going to be maybe less than 1% of the error it may do. So it saves a lot of time. It is going to save it actually. A lot of time it is going to be get saves actually, guys. Okay, so it is going to be. So what is the necessity in identifying the facial emotion? How to, what is the necessity that it is going to be to identify the facial emotion actually? So like which is going to be, we know that something like we have seen some kind of a cases. Some people, what they are doing here is they are posting some videos and photos in the Facebook and social media and taking an attempt to suicides. So even Facebook has been developed a machine learning algorithm actually. So depending on the post they are doing, so they can identify what is going to be the emotion inside the post. So immediately they have been, you have been here the news actually. So somebody has posted something, a video on the in the Facebook. Immediately one alert is going to be sent to the, which is going to be the Facebook, which is going to be says that, so somebody has posted a video, chances is that he is going to be taking in a suicide attempt, it is going to be. Immediately the Facebook is going to be intimate to the concerned departments and the life is going to be saved actually. So it is not only for a business perspective actually, guys, it's not for a profit. So it is not like your business applications, the clients are going to be develops it and we are going to be getting some income from that. No, it is going to be some kind of an, which is going to be not only a business application, it is going to be some kind of an, it can be any kind of an application we can develop it actually. So even based on some kind of a clinical data. So based on some kind of a clinical data is there. So a person has been went for a clinical test. Depending on the data, in future, whether he is going to get an heart attack or not in the future. So he's having any chances to get a heart attack in the future, or he's going to be getting anything like a which is going to be stroke in the future. So a kind of a prediction is going to save the lives of the persons. It is going to be not a business perspective, but it is going to be cost of a life of a person is going to be gets prediction actually. So that is going to be some of the use cases which we can talk about this particular data science perspectives. Okay, so what is my main intention to make you understand here is, if data was given to the machine, if machine understands the data, and based on that, if the machine can do the prediction, now what is the ML expert? Why I have to learn the machine learning here now? Why I have to learn? What is the necessity that I have to learn the machine learning here now? So the main point here is, machines can learn the data, machines can learn from the data, but whatever the data that is going to be required, that need to be fed by the users. So fed by the user means, so why can't the machine can directly load the data, can automate the process? It is not just feeding the data. So whether the data is in a proper state or whether it is going to be having a proper structure such that the machine can learn or not. So simple to say that a machine learning has to create, a machine learning expert has to create an environment. We are just creating an environment such a way that the machines can learn. Like for example, let us say that it's just like a planting, growing a plant or growing a tree. So the tree does not grow according to our instructions. So the plant or the tree knows when it has to give, when it has to grow, or when it has to, all these things it knows that actually. But the idea here is we have to create only the environment for that actually. We have to just create it, only just the environment only what we have to create it. So just like that, machine learning is also going to be done by the machine only. But there is going to be some kind of an inputs we have to give. Yes, you didn't learn properly. For example, just an example which I have shown you here now. So training is over. But simply if I directly give it to the application, if I give it to my client, so it may not identify it accurately. It's not identifying accurately. You can say accuracy is only 52% only it is giving the accuracy. That means only 52% of the images only it is identifying correctly. Remaining whatever the 48% images are there, males may be predicted as a females, females may be predicted as a males. It is only 52% accurately, isn't it? So we also we have to just verify, we have to give some inputs. No, you are doing wrong, so you have to learn in a different way. This is not the procedure, use this particular options. You didn't learn properly, so you have to add some extra things to make it more and more efficient. That is what the machine learning expert is to do. So it's simple to say that a machine learning expert is only just going to create an environment such a way that the machines are going to learn. So what is the most important factor here actually, guys? How the machines are going to learn. Machine, as I said, that machines won't learn directly by themselves. There is going to be some help. There is going to be some instruction should be there. Who is going to do the instruction? Who is going to guide the machine to learn? That is our main important concept, which is going to be what we are going to call it as the ML algorithms, which is going to be what we call it as a machine learning algorithms we are going to use. So in data science, as I told you yesterday, data science is going to be all about learning various techniques or learning a various methodologies, okay, or learning which is going to be the various processing we are going to be learning, or apart from that, we are going to be using various systems. Not only that, along with that, we are going to be learning something what we are going to call it as the algorithms. The algorithms plays a very important role. Why? Because machines to learn. So whenever a machine want to solve a problem, how to solve the problem is going to be decided by the algorithm. So as a machine learning expert, we have to decide the algorithm. We don't have only one single algorithm. We have a various different algorithms are there. So depending on the problem you want to solve, depending on the whatever the way, the how the procedure, what is the flow, or what is going to be the way they have to learn or they have to solve a problem is decided by the algorithms. So just I will name some few algorithms so that you can get some idea about that. One of the very popular algorithm is going to be decision trees. After that, we are going to be having something called as an KNN, a K nearest neighbors. Apart from that, we are having something called as an Navi Bayes. We are having an algorithms called as an, which is going to be SVM, support vector machines. We are having something called as a logistic regression. These are all algorithms actually, guys. We have something called as a neural networks, a very complicated networks, which is going to be part of your deep learning models. Neural networks is also it's an algorithm only. Being it is something different, we are going to call it as an, which is going to be a deep learning concept that are talking about. So many are there actually, guys. We are having an algorithm called as an random forest algorithm. We are having something called as an bagging, boosting. There are so many different techniques or algorithms we are going to be having. Bagging and boosting actually. So check it out. What are the popular machine learning algorithms? In neural networks, again, we have a different types of neural networks. So we have ANN, which is going to be artificial neural networks, CNN, which is going to be convolution neural networks, RNN, which is going to be recurrent neural networks, LSTM, GAN, all these are going to be some of the different algorithms, what we are going to be having it actually. So these are all different types of neural networks. So a data science class is all about learning these algorithms, applying this algorithm, how to solve a problem. So whenever there was a problem statement was there, so which algorithm is going to be best suitable for that? Or what are the different algorithms we have to apply, which is performing a best? That is what is all about working on this particular data science. So in our class, in our training program, we are going to be learning about all these particular algorithms, like why, when to use the decision tree, how it will works, what are the strengths and what are the weakness of the algorithms. So when we recommend it, when you don't recommend it. So don't expect that every problem can be solved only by a single algorithm. For each and every problem type, based on the type of the problem you are solving, based on the way we have to solve the problem, we have to use a different algorithms, we have to use it actually. So that is going to be all about what we are going to be talking about this one actually. Okay, how to identify the problem means it depends on that. For example, let us say that I have given a task. So it is going to be an example of email classification actually. So what is an email classification? So your problem is nothing but given the emails, we have to given the emails. What is the email contains actually? Email is going to contains a simple text it is going to contains. So what is our problem statement? We have to identify whether the email is going to be a spam or whether the email is going to be nothing but it's a non-spam email. So how to identify the problem statement means depending on the task we are going to be doing it actually. Or given a set of, let us say that some customers data, loans customers data actually, we have to identify whether the customer will be a defaulter or whether the customer is going to be nothing but he is a non-defaulter. So what is the problem statement here now? Develop a machine learning model which can predict whether a customer is a defaulter, non-defaulter. Or for example, some kind of a clinical data is going to be there. Based on the clinical data, identifying whether a particular person is going to be diagnosed for a particular disease as positive or which is going to be nothing but like a negative actually. So something like that, we have to identify the problem statement. So problem statement is going to be nothing but based on the given task, we have to identify whatever the problem statement is there, right? Fine. So who has been asked the question? Just a second once. Right. I think Vijay Kumar. Right. So Vijay Kumar, I think hope you understood that. Do you have any questions more? How to identify the problem? It depends on the given task, what we are going to be doing that actually. Okay, fine. So anyhow, yes, as I'm saying that machine learning data science is all about learning some kind of an algorithms. You should be very confident in these particular algorithms because anybody can apply the algorithm. Algorithm means we don't write any, generally what is an algorithm actually? A sequence of steps which we are going to be using to solve a particular problem, isn't it? But these algorithms has been not going to be written by us. Somebody at the experts who has been going to be the research experts, domain experts, they already developed this particular decision tree. For example, take a decision tree. It has been created by a person, a scientist called as an, is going to be Quinlan, is the name of the person who has been created the decision tree. We have to just know how the decision tree will works, how to control the decision tree, how to handle that particular decision tree. That is the most important. Implementation, anybody can do it actually. Implementation, anybody can do that. Algorithm implementation can be done by anybody. Even a person who do not have any idea about a machine learning also, we can make him to apply that. But as a machine learning expert, we have to know how to control. Why? Because sometimes the machine learns properly. Sometimes machine does not learn properly. So how to improve its performance? How can you make it learn efficiently? Is all these things is in the control of the machine learning algorithm. As I told you, whether the tree has to grow, or not, that is going to be depending on the whatever the environment we have to create it. If you give a good environment, the tree is going to grow well. Whenever if you don't give a proper environment, if you don't give water every day to that particular plant, within 2 days or 3 days, the plant is going to die. But if you give a proper environment, if you give a proper water, sunlight, and all these things, easily it can grow fastly. It is going to grow and become stronger and stronger day by day. Same as it is, your machine learning is also going to be the same thing. It depends on the data what we are giving, whatever the environment we have been created for it. Environment means nothing but the data. Whatever the data you have been given, whatever the algorithms we have been got chosen, what are the parameters we have been used to control that particular the algorithm, depending on that only how efficiently the model is going to learn. We can say that actually. So as a machine learning expert, you have to know the various skills, like which algorithm we have to use. So before feeding the data, we have to do some kind of a pre-processings. We have to do some kind of a processing on the data. Every data is not going to be ready to use. For example, image is there. So don't think that my image is going to be there in C drive. I have an image is there. So I have some image1.jpg file is there. So don't think that if I directly give the image, the machine is going to learn. No, we have to know a skill called as how to pick the pixels from this particular image. You have to know the skill, how to pick the pixels from the image. We all of you know that. Everybody knows that image is made up of pixels. But how to pick the pixels from that particular image is going to be the skill what we have to require. That is the one skill actually, guys, isn't it? So pixels is nothing but you're picking some data. We are going to be getting some kind of a data actually, guys. How to prepare your data, how to get your data from your image. Here image is not the data. Image is only just an input file. From there, we have to get the data actually. That is a very simple skill we have to know about that. That is a very simple skill. It's going to be, it's not a complicated skills. I'll just show you like how to pick the skills, how to pick the, which is going to be the, how we are going to be picking it actually. So just don't worry, we'll work with very interesting, we are going to be working with some kind of an interesting examples. So we'll work with so many images we are going to work. So further, don't think that how to print the pixels means we are going to write a lengthy code, we are going to write a lines of code. Nothing is there. We already have some kind of an built-in methods will be there. We are having a lot of built-in methods are going to be there. Using some kind of a built-in methods, we are going to be getting all this kind of a data. We are going to be getting it actually. Just an example I'm showing you, like a little bit different images we are going to be working with that. So just a small image. It is going to be, what is going to be pixels. Now, if I print the pixels, you can't see anything. You can't see any image. If you see the pixels data, I have got the image. By looking at the name, everybody can identify that. The name of the image is going to be modi.jpg file is there. So obviously, I know that it is nothing but our Prime Minister Modi's image. But you can't see the image. If I print the pixels, nothing is going to be printed actually. So this pixels has to be converted into one image. So for that only what I'm going to do is, nothing is there. A very simple skills only. Just there are going to be some kind of a methods will be there. Just 1 or 2 lines of code. Nothing is there. It is just only 1 or 2 lines of code is going to be there. So this is what we are going to be working with the images. So we'll crop the images. I want to pick only the face location. I want to write some text on that. I want to draw some a rectangle around the face of that particular image actually. How do you draw it? Yes, we are going to be having a simple techniques. We are going to be having it actually. We have done all that examples. We'll do them practically whenever we work with all these kind of an applications. We'll have a look into the applications actually. Later we'll see whenever we are working on that, we are going to be working on that kind of an applications actually. So this is going to be the application what we have been done. So see, I have taken some images of different faces. These are the images of the different faces, and we have been drawn the rectangles around the faces actually. How I come to know that where is the faces are there? I don't do that actually. For that, there are going to be some kind of an applications are there. They will tell you where is the face location is there. I didn't written much code. Just a few lines of code is going to be gets required to understand that particular application. See, total all the images faces, wherever exactly the faces are there, I drawn. I didn't draw this rectangle manually. Just if you want to see, there is a simple function is there. You can see there. CV dot, which is going to be rectangle, whatever the pixels, from which location to which location you want to write. Color equal to red color I require. Thickness of 2 we require. Just we have been drawn the faces. Maybe once you see the images, once you are taking a photo from your mobile, so automatically it will highlight the face. You may be thinking about how it is identifying the face. It is not any big logic at all. It's not a very big logic at all. We'll also do the example. So we'll do a real practical example. We'll take the our webcam. From the webcam, I'm going to load I will show the video. I'll capture the video. And in the video, wherever the face was there, we'll identify the particular face. So practically, we are going to do that actually. Practically, we are going to do all that kind of an applications in our actual course curriculum. We'll do it actually, guys. Okay. So that is just an ideas about that. So it is going to be just to make you understand, like technically what aspects will be there. So technically, there are going to be some aspects will be there. Some like data collection, data cleansing, data analysis, a kind of a data visualizations. Okay, applying some machine learning algorithms. Okay, evaluating of the performance of the models. So we have to evaluate it actually, guys. So see, in this example, I'm evaluating it. If you see this example, I'm doing some kind of an evaluation. So how much evaluation, how much the model is going to be working good. So that is what I have been shown you in the application actually. Just if you see this, it is evaluating 52% you are correct. Your performance is going to be only 52% only. Your performance is going to be only 52% only. So how I come to know that this is going to be this much. So it is depending on the whatever the data I'm going to be using it actually. Okay, somewhere it is missing. So just a second once. So where is my image? Just give me a second. Yeah, this is an image, right? So this is an image. You can see that it is going to be, I'm trying to evaluate it actually. So model dot, which is going to be evaluate, which is going to be X test and the Y test. So I given the data. So machine is going to automatically understands, okay, this is performing 52. So my model performance is only 52%. So how to improve the performance? How can you make it 80%? How can you make it 90%? That is what exactly we have to do it actually. Okay. So that is all about that particular today's session actually, guys. So today is my second introduction class. So tomorrow also we'll take the another introduction class actually, guys, a demo sessions. It's like a demo session. So once if you complete these 3 classes from Monday onwards, I'll start with the regular classes actually, guys. Okay. So please attend tomorrow also. Please attend the tomorrow also, so that you can get some idea about like what exactly we are going to be doing as part of our course curriculum. So tomorrow I'll just give you an idea like how our course curriculum will be there. So what are the inputs? That means what are going to be our, whatever we are providing from my side, and what you have to do it from your side, so that how our training program will go, how our training program is going to go. So I'm going to be explaining in the tomorrow's class, guys. Okay. So that is about for the today's class. So just another 5 minutes is there. I can just take up some questions from your side, guys. If you have any questions, 5-10 minutes is there, right? If you have any questions, guys, feel free to discuss with me, guys, so that you can be get clarified. Yes, anyone, guys, if you have any questions, you can unmute yourself and you can speak if you want, or you can just post it. Yes, absolutely, Vijay Kumar. We are going to be giving the placement assistance will be given. So whatever the requirement, that means whatever you require as part of the interview point of view. So we are going to be providing all the assistance, whatever you require it. So starting from, I don't say that I'm going to show you the job openings. I'll share it whenever I get any requirement. I will be sharing. Generally, what I'm going to do is I'll check out in the Naukri portals, like different portals, job portals, and I will post them. I'll share you with them. Apart from that, what are the FAQs, whatever the requirements are having, or resume preparation, all these going to be assistance will be given my side, from my side actually, right? Right, guys. Fine, Vijay Kumar, right? Fine. Anybody, guys? Any other questions if you have? No questions.
Sir, will you teach the Python because I'm not having the
Yeah,
IT.
Python, absolutely. Absolutely, we have to teach the Python. So don't worry about that, guys. Don't worry about that. Okay. So Python, I'm going to teach you. And apart from that, even I have told you also. So there are going to be 2 Python trainings will be there here, guys. One is whatever the Python that is required for our data science course. That is what I'm going to teach you for a couple of weeks, just maybe a 2 weeks of time. You can just refresh them and you can understand them. Apart from that, there will be some a complementary from the DurgaSoft. There are going to be giving you these Python videos will be given to you guys, which contains 170 videos for an access of 6 months of time. So it's all these are not necessary. That means if you want to become an expert only, it is going to be. Otherwise, it is if you want to become an expert in which is going to be what if you want to become an expert in the Python, not in the data science. I'm talking about that. Okay. Okay. It's currently it is going to be it has been got expired. I have to just check it out once again the access. But here we can see how that particular access is going to be gets given. So these videos you are going to get it actually, guys. So these are going to be 170 videos which you are going to be getting the access so that you can become a more and more expertise in the Python. But whatever the Python that is required for our data science, that is what I'm going to be discussing in the classroom training class. Okay, so that is going to be, so don't worry about that. That concepts I'm going to be deal it in the class itself. Okay, fine. Right, guys. Anybody? Any other questions if you have? We'll start everything from the scratch itself, guys. Everything from the basics only we'll learn. Expecting that you don't have any idea about that. But only thing is, I'm not saying that you don't have any idea about the Python. But generally, if you have chosen the data science mean, I can expect that you are going to be a little bit that's a smart learner. So I think I don't require to feed everything starting from the, which is going to be very starting from the basics, like what is computer, what is a programming language, why do you require a programming language? I think so. I don't expect that you guys are expecting that much basic level. Directly I'll start with the Python, comparing the Python with some other languages. This is the advantages it is providing so that you can understand the skills actually, right? Fine, guys. Right? Any more questions, guys? If you have.
Sir, do we have
Yeah.
classes tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow you have the class. Abhinav. Yeah, I don't know who is that. Yeah, tomorrow I have the class because tomorrow I want to complete the basic demo, and from Monday onwards I want to start the session, the regular classes. Okay, fine. Right. Yes, Vijay Kumar, we do that. We'll do the real-time projects only. We do that actually. We'll do them. We have a lot of data sets are there. We are going to be doing a lot of live, which is going to be examples. Okay, so we are going to be participate in the Kaggle competitions. So there is going to be some kind of a Kaggle competitions will be there. We are going to participate in the Kaggle competitions. That will be added a lot of advantage to you. So in your resume, if you say that you have been participated in the one of the Kaggle competition or cracked a competition, or you have been placed at the top 10 or top 20, that will be a lot of advantages. Yes, GitHub is there, but it's an optional part. That is what we are planning it. So we have the GitHub, just the basic ideas of how to do the version controlling, because every software engineer has to know the version controlling, right? So we'll be having the Git, that is going to be Git and GitHub. It is nothing but local. GitHub is going to be nothing but it's a cloud based. Yes, you will be having them. Okay, fine. Right. Any others, guys? Any other questions if you have? Fine, guys. So hope all of you have been got your doubts to be clarified and got some idea about what is data science and what we are going to be learning in our course curriculum. So just for today, we'll end up the session, guys. So I'll see you tomorrow at the same time and the same link. And from Monday onwards, we'll be starting with our regular sessions, guys. Okay. So thank you for today. I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Thank you once again, guys.